Hey, book lovers, book readers, book friends. Welcome to Read This Book. I am your hostess, LaShonda, and I am coming to you today with the Rebel King, which is part 2 of the Kingmaker duet by Kennedy Ryan. If you have not read this duet, just stop this video right now and go get those books. Do it now. I'm gonna spoil everything. I'm just telling you right now. So if you have read it, but you did not see my review of the Kingmaker, go back and watch that. Was dropped on October 30th. Yeah, go and look at that one too. But if you are watching me today, let's get into The Rebel King by Kennedy Ryan. So book 2 picks up after the cliffhanger in book 1, where Lennox was literally hanging off a cliff. They had been kidnapped by some terrorist group. Lennox and Will, they had been kidnapped, and the guy was trying to decide if he wanted to kill her or not because she was collateral damage and they didn't really care. But so book 2 picks up where Maxim has been made aware that Lennox and Will has been kidnapped, and he's like losing his mind. Like, go get my woman. Like, he just lost it. And I was like, okay, Maxim, dude, bring it down a notch, because you're gonna mess them up, and then what we gonna do? I was like, I would be a hot flaming mess if Lennox dies. I'm just telling you right now. But Kennedy Ryan, she knows our life. And she know how distraught we would have been had he dropped her over that cliff. So thank you for not making me cry right out the gate, Kennedy Ryan. Thank you for that. So book 2 picks up where, you know, again, they've been kidnapped. Max is losing his mind. He's trying to figure out how they're going to get them back. He really didn't care about Will. He didn't. He was like, go get my girl. And so him and Graham and Owen, they're trying to come up with a plan, you know, how they're going to save them, what's going to happen. And like, it goes down, y'all, like to the wire. Like, they were given 48 hours to give them money or else they was gonna kill her, and like literally they had hours to save them, and they did. Listen, you cannot start an epic love story and then end it on, you just can't. So they save them, and so you push forward, and you know, she's back. She's trying to get back into the groove of things. You know, Max is trying to, you know, give her space, but he also wants to keep her in a little box. He wants to keep her wrapped up in bubble wrap. And she was like, hold up. I got things to do. I'm not fragile. I'm good. Yes, I'm going to have some PTSD, but you need to let me live. And he was like, fine. He didn't want to. He just loved her. So he wants to keep her contained. But anyway, so this book picks up, and it's more like you get to see the pressure, the demands that their lives have, that puts those constraints and those other restrictions on their relationships, of them being able to freely be a couple and see each other, because he's, you know, this billionaire CEO, and she's like this kick-ass, you know, fixer, politician, guru. You know, she has a lot going on, and so you see where they don't see each other for weeks at a time. You know, she's trying to control, you know, everything around her, and keep her relationship with Maxim, because she loves him, he loves her. But you see that just because you love each other, that relationships take work. And when you are in high pressure situations and high price jobs, you really have to find that time and that balance. And so you get a lot of that. You see a lot of that strain. You see a lot of that when they do have time together, how they're just like, oh my God, I miss you and I can't wait to, you know, you see that and you're just like, oh, okay. But then there are twists and turns in this book. One, I saw coming and I didn't want to believe it. And I was like, oh my God, no. It was the heartbreak. Of what happened with Owen. I won't give it completely away, but it was just man, it was devastating. And it kind of forces Max and his dad to start the reconciliation process, because they have been restrained from each other for, not restrained, estranged from each other for like 15 years, where they did the minimum of communication, and that was only because of Owen and because of his mother. But this book, you see where they come back and they're trying to find their way back to each other, to be father and son, you know, for his dad to respect him and for him to respect his dad, you know, to get that respect and that admiration back for his father. You also see where Lennox, she really has this struggle with being true to who she is, and the fact that, yes, she is a Native American woman. She's, you know, the sugar honey iced tea in this political spectrum, and really just trying to own that and be Max's woman. And so the other twist in the book is that Max gets forced into the political spotlight, and now what do? Because they've been keeping their relationship on the hush-hush because she didn't want that to interfere with Owen's presidency, you know, without running. And so now he's been thrust into that, and she's like, I don't know about that. I didn't sign up for that. And he was like, I didn't sign up for it either. I signed up for you. And I was like, well, damn. Can somebody sign up for me? Like, his love for her is so damn intense. It is so strong. It is so powerful. It is just like, girl, he slayed dragons. He slayed dragons for her. And that's what I loved in this book, that no matter what they went through, no matter when the shit hit the fan, no matter when all these twists and turns happens, at the end of the day, he was still right by her side. He was still right there like, I love you. You are it for me. I'm here for you. You tell me what I need to do for you. Maxim. This book, it started reading like a political thriller, and I was like, okay, I'm here for it, because she's keeping it interesting. She's keeping it moving. There was no point in this book where I was like, oh my God, make it stop. No, she was like, you gonna get all this. You gonna get the real as to what real relationships look like. You gonna get the real heartbreak. You gonna get the real struggle. You gonna get the good, the bad, the ugly, and everything in between. And she gave you that. But then at the end, and in the midst of it, where you're going through all this stuff, you still get all the feels. You get all the love. You get all the respect and admiration that they have for each other. You get just, I just wanted them to be a real couple. I wanted there to be a real life Lennox and Maxim somewhere, just so I could be like, oh, that's love, y'all. So this book, she takes you through that. She takes you through all the feels. She takes you through that indecision. She takes you through the frustration where Max just wants to be with her. He just wants her. And she's like, okay, I get that, but I have a life. I have things. And at one point, I just feel like, Lennox, girl, if you don't put this man out his misery and marry him, I'm going to marry him. I'm going to put myself in the book, and I'm going to marry Maxim. Come on. Like, yes, Max was serious. He wanted to marry her. He's like, I don't care. Let's do all these things. And so as you're getting towards the end of the book, you really see where they are trying to really figure out, you know, what they're going to be. They're really trying to figure out how to balance it. They're really trying to figure out what it is they want. And it wasn't so much Maxim trying to figure it out, because he was like, what if? But Lennox was like, no, you don't understand. You know, as a Native American woman, you know, in this political arena with this much clout, you know, I can't afford this scandal. I can't afford to lose myself in you, you know, being Maxim's wife or Maxim's girlfriend. You know, she was really trying to explain to him about, you know, hey, you're white and privileged. You know, things are going to roll easy for you. You can knock a scandal off and it'll roll off your back. But if a scandal happens to me, it's like a death sentence. And, you know, he was like, okay, I get it. But at the end of the day, it doesn't change anything. I still want you. I choose you. I was like, Max, choose me. Choose me, Maxim. Choose me. This book was everything fantastic. It was everything. Oh, I loved it. She started you in the Kingmaker when they was just starting out, and it was that young love, and it was the thrill of love, and it was the chase, and it was the give and the take and the pull, and all the oohs and ahs and sighs in between. And book 2, she just come in and punch you in your face and be like, listen, this is real life. This is what relationships are. This is what you have to deal with when you have all these outside pressures that's coming at you in your relationship. What are you going to do? Are you going to sink or swim? You know, when your world goes upside down, are you going to sink or swim? It's easy to say you love someone when everything is great and, you know, you can see each other all the time and you don't have all these things. But when life kicks you in the pants, are you going to sink or swim? And so this book, it was an amazing testament to love under pressure, to love against the odds, reconciliation of love, rebuilding relationships, you know, strengthening friendships, being true to who you are, not being afraid to choose self, and not being afraid to choose self and choose love, and how to balance it. It was beautifully written. It was fast paced. It was at times, like I said, it was tragic. It was some heartbreaking things in there. And that, she wrote just where you felt every single emotion. You understood every single nuance of how someone felt. She made you feel. And I am here for it. I'm here for any book that makes me feel, that just grabs me in and puts me right in the midst of the story, and I love it. Kennedy Ryan, you are a beast. You are an amazing writer, and how you wrote 2 spectacular books where there was no lack. There was no like, what the fuck? Did she just write? It was none of that. It was like, okay, let me get to the next chapter. It is, I cannot go to sleep until I finish this book. It is, I got to text and tell somebody about this book right now. I don't care that it's 3 o'clock in the morning. You gonna receive this text. Deal with it. I'm telling you, The Kingmaker and The Rebel King is by far the best books I have read for 2019. And I don't say that in jest. I don't say that lightly, because I've read a lot of books this year, but this duet is by far the best books I have read. And I don't even know what else to say other than go get the dang on books. And when you get them, feel free to ping Kennedy Ryan on Facebook and all her social media and just let her know how, ma'am, you did that. Like, you wrote these awesome books and I don't know what to do with my life now. I want there to be a real life Lennox somewhere that is fierce and fabulous as the character in the book. I want there to be a real life Maxim somewhere who is strong and sexy and powerful and will slay dragons for his woman. This series is everything. Everything. So people, go get it. Go get it. Read it now. Read it now. If you've read it, if you read both of them, leave me comments here. Let me know. Let me know that you agonize. That the story is over and you want more and you just want to bask in their love. Let me know. Let me know. Did you stay up late? Did you call in sick the next day so you could finish? Let me know. Leave it in the comments. So that is my review of The Rebel King by Kennedy Ryan. Amazing books. I'm so happy that I came across them and read them, and I'll be owning them as soon as I get them in hard copy, because they're that good. They'll make the shelf. So if you are watching this video, don't forget to follow Read This Book on social media. We are on Facebook at Read This Book, and then there's the Read This Book chat room, which is our group community where all the shenanigans go down. All the book talk, everything good happens in the chat room. So join the page. Join the chat room. Join us there. You can also go to our website at www.readthisbook.net. Send me an email. We're at readthisbook@hotmail.com. You can find us. We're everywhere. So until next time, read a good book.